All right, if you're a developer, you've probably been there. You spend all this time building this brilliant, complex backend, but when it comes to the front end, it just looks, well, a little chaotic. Today, we're going to fix that. We're breaking down a really cool four-step AI-driven system to help you build beautiful, clean UIs right from the very start. Let's jump in. I mean, this quote just hits home, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that developer nightmare of vibe coding. You just follow your gut, you pour hours and hours of work into it, and you end up with a user interface that just doesn't click. It's a super frustrating cycle, but it's one we can definitely break.
So what's the real issue here? The core problem is actually pretty simple. We tend to build things backwards. We get so wrapped up in the excitement of the APIs, the business logic, all the cool stuff under the hood, and we treat design as this final, rushed step. The UI becomes an afterthought, and, well, the result is pretty predictable.
And you can really see the two paths right here. On the left, you've got that vibe coding approach. It pretty much always leads to a confusing, ugly UI and just so much wasted time. But on the right, with a systematic design-first approach, you get a clean UI, a way better user experience, and honestly, you often get it done faster.
Okay, so how do we get from that chaos on the left to the clarity on the right? Simple. We flip the entire process on its head. We're about to walk through a four-step system that puts design first, and it uses AI to build out our UI before we even think about writing a line of back-end logic.
And the solution is this really straightforward four-step framework. It's designed to take you from just a vague idea all the way to a polished, professional-looking application, completely eliminating that guesswork that leads to vibe coding in the first place.
So here's the roadmap, our game plan. First, we use AI to generate our blueprint. That's the product requirements document. Then, from that document, we pull out all the key features and user experience details. Step 3, we build a complete design system. And finally, we take all of that prep work and use it to generate our UI code, one screen at a time.
So step 1 is all about building a super strong foundation. I mean, before a single line of code gets written, we have to define our app's DNA. What's it do? Who is it for? And how should it feel to use? This is our blueprint.
And this is where the AI really comes in and starts to shine. We can start with just a simple concept, a one-sentence idea, and the AI will flesh that out into a detailed plan. Then, we use the AI again to sift through that plan and pull out the most important design and user experience elements.
In this process, it gives us a really concrete blueprint to work from. We're not just talking about vague ideas anymore. We're defining the core features, writing out user stories, and even thinking through how the app should handle things like error messages, loading screens, all those little details.
Okay, with our blueprint totally complete, it's time to bring this thing to life. This next step is all about defining the look and feel of our app, creating a consistent visual language that's going to guide our entire design process.
Now here's the best part, and this is for all the developers out there who say, I'm not a designer. You don't have to be. Just find some apps that you like the look of, take a few screenshots, and feed that inspiration to the AI. You're not copying anything, you're just providing a vibe, an inspiration.
The AI then takes your blueprint and that visual inspiration and mashes them together to create a complete design system. I'm talking everything, from the exact colors and fonts, to what the buttons and cards should look like, even the spacing and layout rules. This ensures a consistent look and feel across your entire app.
And check this out. This isn't some vague suggestion to just, use red. The AI gives you a detailed token-based system with specific color names and their hex codes. This makes it so easy to implement, and it absolutely guarantees a cohesive, professional look.
So, we have our blueprint, we have our style guide. Now it's time for the grand finale, turning our detailed design into clean, functional code.
But hang on a second. This is where most projects fall apart, right? A screen isn't just one single static image. What happens when it's loading? Or what if there's an error? Or what if it's a new user and the screen is completely empty?
The secret is to be super explicit. You have to prompt the AI to design for every single possible state. The zero state for new users, the error state, the loading state, and of course, the ideal happy path state. Thinking about this stuff up front is what creates a truly robust UI.
So the final step is to put everything together. You feed the AI your blueprint, your style guide, and the designs for every single state. By working on it one feature at a time, you give the AI the laser-focused context it needs to generate really clean, ready-to-use code. And this is the payoff.
What you get is a complete, clickable front end before you've even written a single line of backend code. Every screen is designed, styled, and accounted for, creating a beautiful and comprehensive user experience from day one.
Let's end on this powerful truth because it's so important. Your users, they don't really care about your backend architecture. They care about the outcome your app delivers for them. And the UI and the UX, well, that's how you deliver that outcome. By following a system like this, you're not just building a prettier app, you're building a fundamentally better product. So what outcome will you build next?